last week. Nobody has a harder fucking intro than us. Nobody.
No, bring it.
Guys,
Bring it singing, bring it drama.
We got a lot of stuff to talk about for our 17th episode. This might be the last episode for this format. We don't know. We're not. We've been told the website is almost done. There's a little bit more left, but this could be the last one. And we figured we got to bring back Brian because we always have fun with Brian, and we got a full cast tonight. Something important, though.
Brian's always welcome.
Real life, after we're going to get into it, but we learned this week, real life happens quick. And we got some good news about real life. We got somebody in this podcast who's going to be a grandpa very, very soon. So congrats
to people that prior had kids.
Dr. Joe.
Yeah, found out today.
Like I said, after some horrible news in the past couple days, it's good to hear something positive. So.
Yeah.
So anyway, like I said, we got a full boat with us tonight, and we got tons of stuff to talk about. So let's hop into it. The first and biggest thing probably to talk about is the death of Kobe Bryant and the other 8 passengers on the tragic helicopter crash in Los Angeles on Sunday. That would there's been a few moments in my life where it felt like the world stopped, and that was one of them.
It's funny because that day, I think the day before, that night before that happened, I sent something to the effect of, man, Kobe's going into the Hall of Fame. Maybe we should pick up some of his rookie cards. And then you said, OMG, Kobe's dead. And I thought you were talking about his spec. I thought you were just like anti-Kobe.
Yeah, you thought that he was answering what your question or your statement.
Yeah. I was sitting with my wife, and I told her, and I think she took it harder than me. It's shocking.
You know what's weird is I always have I carry the TMZ's app on my phone. I get made fun of, but that's not you laugh, but that app breaks information quicker than any other app, and you get a notification for it.
Is it all true? 100% true?
I can't think of anything that's off the top of my head that has been false. I mean, there may have been a detail, like at the very first, like when the ABC reported that all 4 of the daughters were on there. There's.
Is it true that his wife found out through TMZ?
Yeah,
that's shit.
It is. Well, it's true that it's true that family found out via TMZ. I'm not gonna pretend to read everything about it because it almost to me details aren't that important.
I can't.
It's over, dude. Like you know what I mean? Like it's like fucking. I don't need the flight plan.
I turned off sports radio the last week.
Sean said the same thing before you hopped on. Now here's the thing about it is just there's 8 other people that were on that helicopter, and I think that and the last couple days anyway. I understand the first couple days, but I'm ready for the media to get away from it. Let the family start healing after the memorial. And I understand how important he was to the city. And like I said, Sean's the biggest Clipper fan I've ever met. I mean, and when Sean's like I am, he's tribal. When you're in the tribe, there's no other fucking tribes. The other tribes need to die.
Yeah.
But he has a lot of friends that are Lakers fans, and he talked about it. And Sean's been very respectful of the fact of that. There has no jokes, nothing like that. And that says a lot about Kobe and the respect that he had in the state of California. I mean,
it's a thing, dude. Like to watch. I mean, I'll be fucking honest with you. I watched my friends go through a lot of joy that was damn near. It was directly due to the Lakers, and damn near is directly due to Kobe. And I personally, I've never had like that. I've never been a fan. I married into someone that's in Alabama. From Alabama, that's a big fan, so I kind of see it, but I can set aside and see that I didn't grow up an Alabama fan or whatever. But I'm not going to root for my wife to lose. I root for my friends to lose. UCLA never plays Alabama. It's not really that big a deal. You know what I mean? There's 130 people in Division I or 130 teams or whatever you want to say. But like to see my friends hurt, I mean, I can sort of only imagine. I haven't really enjoyed it, and I happen to be going through a couple personal things at the same time, and my getaway is normally sports or something like that. Like, what's not, you know what I mean? Like, it's not politics. It's not something else. If you're dealing with something, man, turn on a game, turn on sports radio, talk shit. Even if there's drama, like, what is it? And Antonio Brown tried to beat up a truck driver again. Like, I feel bad for that dude too, man. But you know, to see someone like that, I actually, like, I can't say that I didn't share the joy with them, but I almost felt the equal and opposite pain of their joy of watching the Lakers win, to understand what they're going through, and the fact that he's the same age as me and all. Right, the dude's literally 3 months younger than me. His birthday is August 23rd. Mine's
That's what hurt.
23rd. I thought it was almost the same, but he's literally exactly 3 months to the day different than I am. Like, we're the same age. I was like, when this dude's going to the league, and I'm like, holy shit, you know, because then, you know, there was, you know, other players being drafted and stuff like that. It was like, holy shit, you know, he's gonna be right. All right, you know, they really like this young kid. They even traded Vlade for him and stuff like that. And to watch them to become that superstar, for them to be able to be a part of that 60-point final ball hog game, like, it was, you know, I watched it all happen, and I was like, I'm 41 years old. You can't recreate 20 years of your life. If we had, you know what I mean, like, if Clippers just got a hired gun with Kawhi and, you know, with Kawhi, but with Paul George too, but mostly Kawhi. You know, that'd be great, man. Maybe we get a title here in the next couple of years or something like that. But to be able to have 20 years of your life with someone with that much of effect, like, that didn't happen to me. It just didn't. And I've watched it happen to everybody that I know. And even, trust me, plenty of Clipper fans just as goddamn sad. So
I thought about it, like, if Russell Westbrook would have died while he was still on the Thunder. Now, I mean, that's only. I mean, I don't. You know what I mean? This is our first sports team, so having a deep, you know, our relationship with college players in Oklahoma is usually 4 years in the 80s and 90s, but in the last couple of years, if anybody's good, it's a couple of years. So you almost don't have that deepest connection as you did to the players like you did when you were younger. When you pick, you know, if you're a fucking North Carolina Tar Heel fan, you were a Tar Heel fan. I mean, that's the way it was until you went to your own school, et cetera, et cetera. And it's just crazy to think. Like, I was just trying to think, if something would have happened to Westbrook, I mean, the city would have just shut down. He was our hero. I mean, he was.
But Kobe was there for 20 years. 20 years.
Fucking little snake bastard Kevin Durant.
People in Oklahoma never gonna get over that guy. He'll come back though, and they'll love him.
Not a chance.
Yeah, they'd love him. Just like Cleveland. They burned LeBron's jerseys in the street, man. He came back.
I doubt he'd ever go back.
We don't want him back.
Exactly.
He's not from Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Like LeBron, wanted to prove something to Cleveland. You know what I mean?
He left him again too after he fucking destroyed it. He won him a championship. Literally decided to, oh yeah, let's give Tristan Thompson $115 million. Fuck yeah. I mean, that's what he did. I mean,
and I'm going to LA. Bye.
That's what he did. He literally destroyed he left that franchise with that one Slovenian guy. You know what I'm talking about?
Dale Dova?
No.
That guy sucked.
Some Slovakian guy, and that's what he left. And Kevin Love, after having a fucking nervous breakdown on the first quarter, half court 2 years ago. I'm not trying to be a dick, but I mean, he left him with nothing. He did it the first time around. He's like, cool, I'm going to Miami. Have fun with Daniel Gibson.
How many teams would trade a title to be left like that?
Exactly. Every team.
Everybody.
Well, did you guys hear when they were talking about it was for the Astros thing, and they asked there was a reporter or some radio host that off the record asked an owner if he would, trade what he would trade to get a title. Would you do this to get a title and then have to go through? Would you be willing to go through everything that the Astros are going through for a World Series title? And the guy's like, I can't tell you no, and I can't tell you yes. A title.
You got to think about that. You got to think about that one.
Dude, I got my buddy who's a Dodgers fan. There's groups of people that are planning on I guess the opening game, season game this year is in Anaheim. It's Astros versus Anaheim in Anaheim on opening day. And I guess all the Dodgers fans have already bought a majority of the tickets, and they're like talking about fucking charging the field and beating.
Oh my god! That's
and and Sean can verify when these LA fuckers start doing this shit. It's not a joke. Like they're planning, especially in Shed's Ravine.
God.
They kill people in the parking lot.
Angels fans are on grandpa's, bro.
But the Los Angeles fans, they kill people in the parking lot.
Dude, Anaheim draws a little different crowd than the Dodgers, man. We're pretty
the
chill
Dodgers
down there
fans
in
are coming to
Anaheim.
Anaheim.
Oh, they can't. Oh, yeah, no, they should because there's way less security.
That's what I'm saying. Is the Dodgers fans are buying the Dodgers.
We
fans
can do
are
whatever
buying the
we want in
tickets.
Anaheim. Nobody gives a shit, dude. Nobody's paying any fucking attention, man. Like, trust me, tailgating an Angel game, there's no such thing as tailgating in a Dodger game. I'm being serious. They don't like you can't stand next to your car with a Gatorade bottle. They assume it's vodka and be like, what's in there? There's beyond lack of tailgating. Like there's just like because it's Dodger Stadium, dude. You check a map. All right. Fuck.
Anyway,
Ravine, man. Like it's just, dude. It's like, you know what I mean. When you know what's funny? There's a dude got killed at an Angel game. Doesn't even make the news, right? But like dudes get stomped out for wearing Giants hats just because it happens so much more regularly at a Dodger game. You know what I mean? There's a dude that they still can't find because there was no video that got knocked out behind right field, like under where you sit because you walk up to your seats. Got KO'd, hit his head, and died. And there's literally no witnesses and stuff like that. But there's definitely not as much. There's definitely less murders in Angel.
What's crazy? Have you watched the Netflix documentary? It came out a few weeks ago about the Curb Your Enthusiasm episode about the guy that wanted for murder, and they were able to find him. Remember, he said his alibi. He was at the baseball game, and the police didn't believe him, and his lawyers realized that Curb Your Enthusiasm was filming the episode, and they found him in the fucking literally one frame. Shows him at the Dodgers game from the Curb Your Enthusiasm episode.
Really?
Outtakes, and it saved his life. And they did a documentary. But let me see what it's called real quick for anybody. What was?
Yeah, I didn't see that at all.
I didn't hear about that one.
Have you guys heard of this documentary called "Don't Fuck with Cats"?
Yes.
Yeah, I watched it all. I saw it the first day.
It's called It's called Long Shot. On Long Shot on Netflix. It's like 40 minutes, and I guess it came out in 2017. Apologies, but it's
a 3-part miniseries.
It's one.
Dude, I brought it up. Go ahead, Trey. Sorry.
No, go ahead. I'm done.
I was responding to Joe's pajama bottoms.
I'm old now. I'm allowed to do this.
All right, Grandpa. Crossing your legs.
Hey, I'm at home, dude.
What do you think? You think we all have a podcast studio?
Trey probably didn't even have pants on.
Hey, I'm always standing up in mine. You never know.
What's your dog doing under that table?
Yeah.
Anyway, we got to circle back to the Kobe Bryant deal because I want to talk about the collectible side of what happened because.
You told me that Sunday you said it was going crazy.
I don't. Did you buy those before or after?
I'm getting ready to sell them.
I got to be honest. Once I found out the news, the first thing I did was hop on eBay and I picked this up for $275.
Oh, it's like $1,300 now, right?
It's fluctuating. I think it's probably going to settle in at probably around $1,000. But what's crazy is I had a couple other monsters in my cart. And I didn't pull the fucking trigger. Like I had 2 chromes and they were like $3,400. And if I'd had any fucking nuts, and at the same point in time, I also profiting off of death. Now collecting,
yeah, it feels bad.
Collecting, like getting a card that you want, like a Kobe Bryant, and keeping it, but flipping it right now, it just.
If you're an investor, though, it's a business thing.
That's what I'm thinking.
It is, dude.
I wasn't going to sell these cards until it happened. I hate to say that, and that's coming from a.
But you had the cards already. But that's the difference, though. You've already had them, so you, for whatever reason, you collected him or had those cards in your possession. So it's not like
Chrome, Brian.
What's that?
The Topps Chrome you had up there?
Yeah. So what I have is I have a Topps Chrome PSA 8. I have a Topps. This is the one that throws a lot of people for the
silver
Yeah.
50th anniversary.
That's the rarest one, though, isn't it?
I don't know because it's beautiful condition. I'm gonna get it graded. I think this might be one of the few ones that I'm gonna keep because it looks like a 10. And then I have 2 of the finest that I don't know if I'm gonna send them in or just sell them. But that's the thing is like, and that's why I'm glad this is your first topic because I really wanted to. I hear a lot of people talking about this. Like I talk with Dino a lot about it, and Dino was like, "Yeah, on the message boards and everything, people are giving people shit because they're selling Kobe's cards." And I thought to myself, I understand it, but I also look at it from a different perspective now. I look at it as this is how people make their living.
Yeah. Dude, when Stan Lee died, his auto stuff was going crazy.
And dude, we even gave people shit.
Fuck yeah, all those creepy people wanted his autograph.
The CBSI days. I mean, when with automatic deaths, and we give people shit.
I did the print. Remember the Prince still? The one really pissed, the Prince when people were flipping that was the fucking most stupid thing. First of all, people buying that. Like if that's your tribute to fucking Prince is buying a Batgirl comic with a shitty cover, fuck you to begin with.
Nah, it's not a shitty cover. What are you talking about?
Not a shitty cover, but it makes no. What does Batgirl have to do with fucking Purple Rain?
It was a movie poster fucking variant.
I agree with that, but it has nothing. The correlations other than
it's
the movie.
It's an homage. What are you talking about?
It's a dumb homage. Go buy a CD. You know what I mean? You like Prince. You want to show Prince's family you like him? Go buy the CD. Buying a comic book on eBay.
You're talking about comic nerds here, but whatever.
How many of those people that you think bought them actually still care about them? That's the question.
You're exactly right. It's the same thing. It's like I saw on a couple of the forums that people shut down buying and selling of Kobe's.
Yes,
on
that's
Facebook
exactly what I was talking about.
And then you know what? And then there was a guy that was me about 8 years ago making comments. And he goes, "Hey, assholes, how come no one stopped the Brian Dolman cards from getting sold?" The Minnesota Vikings linebacker that was tragically died this week too. But it's one of those things is people can write about Kobe and then they get likes and they get attention on. This is one of those deals. I mean, it's people want to bitch about something. And I'm one of those people myself. Regardless of what other side, there's going to be somebody bitch about it.
I don't care. Yeah. I don't care if people sell into that shit either, but I always wonder what's the mentality going behind when someone dies. I gotta have their shit now. If you didn't fucking like them before then, and you didn't buy their shit before then what's the point of fucking buying it now?
I think
if you're in it for flipping it, if you're trying to make money,
I'm talking about those people that think, oh my god, I'm a fan. I need their shit right now.
There's a little bit of FOMO, but there's definitely an endearing factor. Like when you think when you're out of time, like you know what I mean, like honestly, we literally brought up how Joe thought Trey was I don't know if we said this before or after, but Joe was talking about with Kobe's Hall of Fame induction, obviously impending first ballot, that he brought up maybe it's a good time because maybe he's going to see a bump next year. And then Trey kind of dropping the news in a text stream that we had and him saying, thinking he was responding to his spec. So he's saying like, now's a good time to buy Kobe. He's saying to get, it's like that. It's like, it's just sort of, I don't know, a little bit of the, the fans that think that they're out of time because, you think these people's lives are finite and they should be. I mean, he's 41 years old. You know what I mean? Like, dude, if you didn't know Stan Lee was going to kick it in his 90s, I mean, let's be honest here, dude. Like, if you're in your 90s, you're not going to live that long. Like, that's fucking fact. I'm sorry. I'm not an asshole. Okay? Like, you know what I mean? So in tragedy endears people to certain things. And tragic deaths endear things to people. You know what I mean? That's like saying, don't, dude. I brought up my father-in-law's a T-shirt that we wore to his funeral memorial. Like, I love the guy. I didn't wear a T-shirt with his face on it before that, but in his like in his Guamanian culture, that's a thing that they do. The younger people wear things like that, and all his his brothers and sisters wore matching shirts and stuff like that. That's just that's sort of a thing. You know what I mean? Like, I know what you mean, but like when there's a finality, a finite thing, like, you know what I mean? Like,
well, Trey said it best.
If you're 40 years old and you grew up with Kobe and you live in LA, you think maybe you have, hey, someday I'm a Lake. I have friends that are Lakers season ticket holders. And they're, one of those days they're gonna be in one of the after things, or just get it like one of the fan events and get to tell them, hey, what's up, dude? Fucking, you're my fucking hero. And then they know they can't say that again. And maybe buying a piece of memorabilia or something that they wanted to buy, they hadn't pulled the trigger because they thought they had, forever to do that. So I think there's like a finality in things that really come to light when people die.
I also can't say anything, like I said, and I said this at comic books, that's your money. But if you, if you need to flip that card to pay rent, who am I? It's a victimless crime. Like I said, it is a victimless crime. But at the same point in time, these people are spending money, and they obviously have enough money to pay for these expensive cards. So it's a weird, touchy deal. Like I said, I could see how people fall on both sides of it.
It is, and it's I don't know how I feel about Nike pulling all that shit.
They said that was a false story. They said they never pulled it. They sold out. They said they never pulled it. They just said that everything
just pulled out instantly.
There's no, dude. There's no. You think that?
Well, that's what I don't know. I don't
know. I thought they pulled it.
I thought they pulled it and fulfilled their orders, and they said basically they didn't want the second.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was. They didn't want people to flip all that shit online afterwards.
Yeah.
Well, there it is.
Do they care, dude? What are they charging in the fucking first place, dude? It's a Kobe hoodie, $130, dude. You know what I mean?
You guys remember
Kobe shoes? No
Take
shit.
your fucking money and shut up, Nike.
Do you guys remember when Magic Johnson got HIV and they announced it?
My dad called that shit when Isaiah and Magic mouth kissed at the fucking All-Star. I'm just telling you.
Whatever, dude.
When they announced that shit, me and my buddy got on our bicycles, and first thing we did was hit the sports card store. We're gonna go buy some fucking Magic Johnson cards because that dude's dead as a doornail, right?
He's still alive now.
Oh my gosh, man!
Magic's
30 years later.
What a fucking horrible spec pick that was.
Yeah.
Well, that was something else.
I did see a bad meme today. It was a picture. It was a dude looking like this at Harden walking by, and it's all everybody in heaven watching Kobe walk in before Magic, and I'm like, oh
man,
oh god, dude.
I love a good joke, dude.
Dude,
assuming they both get in,
it's accurate. Come on, man. That's for that's for.
Hey, that's you know what? Fuck it. Here's the thing. It's amazing to me how in certain places in the country, guys like Stanley and Kobe can be celebrated for all the awesome things that they did do, but immediately, regardless, the stuff that they did in their past is just erased and never gets talked about. And if you bring it up, you're the asshole.
Yeah, no shit.
Who was that reporter who brought up his rape case like the day he died?
What? But why? No, why is that a bad thing? Why? That's his life. If we're gonna celebrate his life,
Trey's got a point, man.
If you're gonna celebrate his life,
I think you just give it a day.
Bullshit.
At least give it a day, dude.
Joe, if there would have been a convicted rapist not named Kobe Bryant on that helicopter, it'd be all over.
He wasn't convicted.
You're right.
He dropped the case, dude.
You're not wrong.
No, he did settle, though. He did settle.
Yeah, and read the police report, but that's a whole other. But you're not wrong. No one's wrong on that account. But it's just like,
I mean, his wife and family and loved ones are reading the paper and looking and see what happened.
Well, Vanessa filed for divorce in 2013 because he got caught sleeping with a Kardashian producer. I mean, like I said. Great guy.
Dude, we can open up everyone's closets and there's skeletons in everyone's closet. I just don't think you bring it up the day he dies.
No, they wouldn't bring it up the day he dies. But Trey's right. They should bring it up at some point. I mean,
it's been brought up a million times. It's not like no one knows these things.
Okay,
I'm trying to think of who.
2 days after he passed, fucking. I just brought it back up. I sent you guys the link, and a lot of people up in arms. So they've got. I believe I don't have it physically. It looks like it's either the front page or the back page, or I think it's the fold around in the front with Kobe's face. He joined the Lakers when he was 17. At 25, he faced a sexual assault charge that threatened his marriage, career, and reputation. But by the time he retired, he'd won 5 championships, blah, 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 blah. LA Times, literally, LA Times, okay? Not the Boston Herald, not the fucking New York Times, not somewhere where he's hated rivalry, the most revered place, severe liberal institution. The second sentence at 25, he faced a sexual assault charge that threatened his marriage, career, and reputation. And like didn't know there's no outcome after that. Then goes on to say all the good stuff about him, and kind of he accomplished decent between 17 and 25 before that, right? I believe he was already champion before that, but you know what I mean. So I won't say that other people don't bring it up, and also you know what I mean. There's like this shit that's fucking super tasteless, like what Ari said. That was supposedly a joke, but it's like, but I'm surprised I haven't seen too many people other than Twitter eggs blasting the LA Times for trying to bring that up as a second part of his profile. You know what I mean? And like, dude, it doesn't. I used to talk shit because I would chant against him when I go to Laker Clipper games or whatever like that, and I thought it was funny when I was a young man. But like, you know what I mean? I honestly, of all the shit that defines that dude, I really don't feel that strong.
No, but at the same point in time is my thing is I got a 16 and a half year old son, and then you look online and he's celebrated as this champion of life and everything else. You're just like, I was 22 when Kobe Bryant wasn't the most celebrated thing in the United States. I mean, there was a couple year period of time where every fucking arena he went into, he was booed. Look it up, Google it. And there was a reason for that. Now, like I said, that one thing never defines a man. And I'm not. Trust me, I've sinned multiple times, hundreds of times. Shit, let's be honest. But I think once the story, it doesn't need to get brought up immediately then. But at the same point in time, all these people just talking about how he's the greatest human being that ever lived. It's a false narrative.
Well, I think he's a generational player.
Some people though.
I think more people saying he's one of the greatest basketball players. They're not saying he's the greatest human being.
He looked, you know what? And I will say this: he looked to be an amazing father. He looked at as far and that says a lot about a man. And that says a lot about a man is how good a dad he was.
Yeah. The sad part is he's got a newborn.
I know.
That's the sad part.
And how inseparable him and Gigi supposedly were.
The thing that killed me was thinking about, and the thing that really, really killed me was thinking about the other little girls on that basketball team.
There's 3 families got destroyed on that.
I just remember how my baseball team, like when I got to practice after school, I mean that was my game. You know what I mean? That was and at that age, I couldn't fathom processing not having those people around as teammates and just, you know how it was in team. You fucking drink suicides and jelly beans, and you go have hamburgers and pizza and to just think about those little girls about to play that game excited, and then just hearing your news and just that killed me.
Yeah,
the whole thing is just
happen.
Yeah, it's a little girl.
I think you said it, Trey. You said it's our Roberto Clemente moment.
Yep.
I'll always remember where I was when I heard the news.
My dad said that Thurman Munson dying tragically was as big a deal to a lot of people. And apparently and people who listen to the Joey Diaz podcast, apparently Bruce Lee dying had as big they said that the biggest celebrity death that anyone can think about that rivaled it would be when Bruce Lee died.
Yeah, it was young. He was young.
Yeah, and it was just one of those deals where he was revered by all cultures. Mm-hmm. I mean, whoever you fucking were, whatever race you were Bruce Lee was the baddest motherfucker. And when he died, it was just a lot of people felt like they knew him because they'd watched him in movies and talked about him. And it's just weird how it's like this. They talked about this in Oklahoma City. The famous story about Chris Paul was his grandfather was shot and murdered. And later on that day, Chris Paul played the game and scored 61 points, the same age that his grandfather was when he passed away, I believe. Maybe 61, maybe 64.
And then he gives him a play on the night.
And then he doesn't play. And then, but that's not a wrong thing. It's just like
there's a few people that did that, so it's not only him.
No. But it's just like when is it okay to go back to normal for these guys? Like I thought it was kind of the game getting moved from Tuesday. It's just like I don't know. It was just weird how how everything's been shut down. I'm just trying to think of
look, dude. Like,
what if Bill Russell?
It is a big deal in LA. It's a big deal in LA. I mean, Jerry West is now the one of the Clippers head management guys. Like that whole Staples Center thing, and like if you're gonna make up a fucking game, I mean, they play in the same building. Yeah, it's just like give us a minute, dude. Like, and they've already planned the whole thing. With Jerry I got a bunch of friends going to the Laker game tomorrow. Like,
I don't know. It's tomorrow,
right? It's not right now, right? It's tomorrow. Yeah, so they got this big fucking thing planned tomorrow night. Yeah, Portland with Carmelo on the team, with Ariza on the team. I mean, he's got people on the. You know what I mean? Like it's far-reaching, fucking friends on this. It's.
Did you see when LeBron was walking off that plane and he's crying?
Oh yeah.
Dude, you can see
privacy, but Jesus, yeah.
Dude, he just passed him the day before,
and then they kept the camera on.
Could have waited one more day.
Okay, that is one thing I want to talk about.
He talked to him that morning.
Fucking journalists with their loaded questions. I'm the kind of guy. I don't care if I come off the court. I don't care if we just won, and they try to give you one of those questions and make you cry. They're like, "What did Kobe Bryant mean to you and your dad's relationship when you're 9?" You're like, bitch, I just scored 26 against the fucking Timberwolves. Kobe was great. Suck my dick. Let's ask some questions about the game. But you watch all these journalists, they load these questions up to try to make, to get these emotional reactions. It's like, they're fake.
That's their job, dude. That's their job.
Yeah, but
they got papers to sell and fucking
it's
whatever.
Kobe, though, dude.
I hope if I ever become a celebrity,
it's Kobe and he was 41 years old, man. That's why it's such a big deal.
Yeah, exactly. The younger you are, the harder it is, man.
That's what I mean. Man. So let me ask you this, Sean, being an LA native, if Kareem Abdul-Jabbar died in a fucking helicopter crash, would we be talking about him 20 minutes and 30 minutes into the podcast still?
No, because he's 500 years
he's
old.
like 80, dude.
Right. He doesn't have a baby.
First off, he fought Bruce Lee.
Kareem Abdul.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Enter the Dragon, baby. Enter the Dragon.
He fucking fought Bruce Lee.
You're not wrong.
There you go. And
love that movie.
Hey, and by the way, he's better than Kobe. So,
look at Kobe's field goal percentage.
I will say Kobe's definitely top at least 6 Laker of all time.
Top 6. Wow.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Magic 3.
I used to say 10, but now that he's dead, I'm honest. He's top 6.
Was Shaq better than Kobe? No.
Come on, of course.
What? Kobe won 5 titles with the Lakers.
Yeah, I know, but Shaq handed him 3.
Kobe snitched on Shaq.
He was MVP all those times. It wasn't Kobe.
Yeah, I guess so.
He wouldn't have won it without Kobe, though.
That's not true.
He won with Dwayne Wade.
That is true.
Yeah.
He won with Dwayne Wade. All right, let's
all
right.
I've been making arguments my whole life, dude. Let's just.
All right.
What?
Anyway,
guess who big dicked me with some badass tickets. You know the great thing I love about Joe is we both wanted to go watch Luka when he came into Oklahoma City, and he immediately he goes, I got some good ass tickets, and then he's like, if I have an extra one, I'll let you know. And he said, hey, it's not going to work out. So I ended up getting some tickets with another buddy. And like 20 minutes before the game, I get a picture from Joe. He's like, hey, I got an extra ticket. She's on the fucking front row behind the basket. I mean, like the baddest ass seat you've ever seen. And I'm like, fuck. I can't leave my buddy who actually got it. So I'm looking at Joe the whole night. And I mean, he's literally tried to touch. He got close enough to touch Luka Doncic's dick twice.
Yeah, dude, it was sweaty.
It was sweaty
balls.
Yeah, it was sweaty. Is that Slovenia?
Slovenia balls.
By the way,
that's what.
I don't know if you guys noticed or not, but that Luka guy is good. He's good.
Yeah, he's out of commission now. He sprained his ankle or something.
It's a great time to buy.
Yeah,
time to be like Joe and I.
Oh, hey.
Ooh.
Boom.
So what are those going for?
1,400-ish.
Yeah, 1,400. I got this one this week too. Check it. This guy plays in a week. Oh no!
Oh boy!
A few days, 3 days, 2 days. Ta-da!
You guys are brothers.
Joe, what's funny about Joe is, like I said, it was a good idea because I mean, I knock on wood and pray nothing horrible. Barring an arm injury, an elbow, or a shoulder injury, I don't see how Mahomes doesn't put up just gigantic numbers for the next 5 to 6 years. Now, you know what? Now, what's crazy about this is people forget Colin Kaepernick's numbers he put up the first year in San Francisco. He's a starter. very similar to the numbers that Mahomes put up last year.
But I think Mahomes
not passing numbers. Dude.
Kaepernick had a fucking arm. Don't get me wrong. I'm not a Kaepernick fan. I'm just saying, Cam Newton the same way. There has been precedents where people that were, Tom Brady's replacement haven't turned out to be that. So it makes me nervous. If he wins the Super Bowl, we probably made $800-900 each in value. But if he loses, it's probably dropped $600-700 in value. I mean, the volatility and these fucking high-end prisms and National Treasure 10s is insane.
I think when Brady retires, he's going to be the face of the NFL. He's going to be the best player in the league for the next 5 years.
Shout out to my buddy Sud. He said you better sell that card quick. He's a big ass Niners fan. He was at the NFC Championship game.
If they win, it's Nick Bosa who's going to win it for him.
Dude, I'm excited. I'm excited to see Mahomes against Sherman. I think. Oh shit! Hold on, my auction just ended. Did I win?
Oh no! Did you get it? He's been sweating this all day.
What'd you get?
That was when I made an offer on. It's gone. When it's over with, I'm not gonna. I'm doing an old school comic book style. I ain't gonna jinx it by letting people know. Also, look at Joe. You see a guy with a smile like that? He'll fucking snipe your snipe.
I will, dude. I will.
He's Swiper Fox over there. That's what I'm gonna do. I want to make Joe with that little Swiper Fox character from Dora with his little hat on, his little pajamas on. I'm gonna Photoshop that. It's gonna be your avatar going forward. All right.
Hey, did you pick up that Jordan rookie? Did you ever go up there?
I didn't. I'm going to. But we talked about it a little bit in the chat. That's something else kind of with this Kobe situation. Do we need to be stocking up on some of our elderly Hall of Famers in basketball? Do we need to be buying Bill Russell cards? Because what happens if something does happen? If Michael Jordan passed away, it would probably be very similar to what Kobe happened.
Oh, absolutely. It'd be even crazier, dude.
Now here's something I want to ask you guys, and my son brought this up. What do you guys think the world's reaction would have been if Dwayne Wade died?
Not as much.
I mean, it's not like, dude. I don't think
Kobe was revered in China too.
It's LA, dude.
No, but Dwayne Wade Shoe Company is based out of China.
Okay.
Well, I'm just saying. He has a gigantic Chinese presence. Dwayne Wade does.
Yeah, but he's not the player Kobe was.
He has more championships than Kobe.
No, he doesn't.
What?
He has 5, doesn't he?
Dwayne Wade has what, 2?
He won 3 with Miami and 1 with Shaq, right?
No, Shaq was in Miami, dude.
2 with Miami, right?
2 with Shaq and one before Shaq.
Yeah, 3.
No, wait. 2 with LeBron and 1 with Shaq.
Exactly.
2006, 13, 12. Apologies.
No, there's dude. That's it, dude. Because nobody. It's more of an LA thing, but like, you know what I mean. There's nobody. Who is it that people? It's like LeBron, Jordan, Kobe that people want to talk about being the GOAT. And then there's the old. If you're talking about in the more modern, like in the last 20 years, that's what people are talking about. You got the guys who want to argue: Bill Russell, Magic Johnson, Kareem. Different Wilt. Guys like that. Sure. People that people didn't see, especially the big man. You know what I mean? Because the big men were so dominant. I think that's also a case of how much meat and potatoes and how much fucking nutrition that people have. And there was, you know what I mean? If you're 7 feet tall, there was a lot less 7-footers and stuff like that.
Be honest, Bill Russell, would he be that great in today's league?
I can't fucking tell you, but I can tell you he was dominant. I think Babe Ruth would hit 60 homers? No. But when Babe Ruth hit 60 fucking homers, the guy in second place, I think, hit like fucking 22.
Well, I understand, man, but
Bill Russell would be Ben Wallace with more skill.
Yeah, but he wouldn't be all-time great.
Hits are too explosive in any sport nowadays.
He was a 7-footer that
was 6'9".
Oh, he was? I thought I didn't. I actually didn't.
Yeah,
know
he was
that.
Small.
Well, he would have been then.
I think Moses Malone is 6'9" too, and that some bitch was.
But he was 6 feet wide too.
Maybe he would have started shooting threes. Who knows, man? It's
all the
different game.
Things I saw, which is crazy. Everything I saw about Kobe listed him as 6'6". I don't ever remember him listed at anything besides 6'7". One fucking day. They are doing like height revisionist fucking history in the NBA. Because it's bullshit.
Last thing, would it have been bigger if Shaq died?
No.
Ooh.
But it would have been close.
I don't know. Shaq's pretty popular now.
No, he's reviewed. No, dude. Shaq's fucking the greatest, dude. Like, trust me.
Shaq owns like Papa John's.
Yeah, he owns
it. Dude, I love, dude.
Look how much he's on TV, dude. He's on
Shaq.
TV more now than he was when he was playing.
It would be a massive deal. The reason, I don't know. Maybe I'm a shit judge of this thing being in Southern California. Everybody fucking loves Diesel. But fucking Kobe won more championships with the Lakers. He was a career Laker. You could basically drafted, whatever. He was a Hornet for 20 minutes or something, right? But like, I mean, so it was fucking career Laker. Like, it's just dude, it's just a little different. And like, dude, Lakers got the bandwagon coast to coast, dude, because they've been good every fucking decade.
The dark truth is that his daughter was there, and that, I hate to say it, and that's why I say it's a dark truth. That's a reason why a lot of people are gravitating towards this the way they are. If his daughter wasn't there and nobody else died with him, I don't think that they would be. And I'm not trying.
No, it's true. We get it, Brian.
Yeah,
we get it.
It's because his daughter was there, and that I think that's why a lot of people are gravitating towards it. I think that
could be,
if that happened with any player, the two you named, Wade or Shaq, and that type of shit happened, I think that there would be as much.
All right, let's switch to some more positive.
Well, I do want to real quick. We can switch to positive, but only because it is my friend that's in here, and he brought up, and I think this is a pretty accurate comparison. So the only thing he thinks it would be similar is if fucking Tom Brady went down the same way tomorrow, and I think that's a fairly accurate comparison in the category.
Well,
of the GOAT.
Football is very American, though, so it wouldn't have a worldwide. It wouldn't have a worldwide.
Tiger Woods.
Tiger Woods.
Yeah.
Tiger Woods is 44. I think Tiger Woods would be a bigger deal. I think Tiger Woods globally might have been.
And then the next day, I would write an article about how he banged some chick and cheated on his wife.
I think you're. I don't think you're wrong. I don't think you're wrong. I don't think either of you are wrong. I think globally, Tiger's in the discussion. And you know what? I wasn't even thinking about it that way. But like, if we're just going to base it on the United States, but to be honest with you, that is mostly in my brain because that's what makes sense to me. I know NBA is way more global because everybody can kind of fucking play it. Can't really play NFL in fucking China. So like, yeah. But I'm saying like in the United States, like it would be the end of it. You know what I mean? And then and I hate to say it, but like the older guys, like it's just doesn't feel as tragic. You know what I mean? Joe Montana's probably like 58 years old now, 55.
58, yeah.
No, he can't be that old, dude. Anyway, I hope he's not.
I would be a fucking I would be a wreck if Griffey dies, Mark Grace, Jordan, trying to think.
Well, we've all got our guys.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, fuck it. We're going to go positive now. I want to talk a little bit about some of the insanity that is going on with Prism basketball. And some of the
camera.
He's doing some
I'm trimming my pubes, man.
Man, he's manscaping, dude.
I'm trying to fucking kill two birds with one stone over here.
Manscaping on the show. God,
but holy shit, the prices of Darius Baisley. Fucking, if you guys, there's another guy, Luke Dortch from Oklahoma City, Arizona State product, second rounder, doesn't even have a base Prism card in the regular set. He dropped 23 last night. He's been starting for the last week, held James Harden to 12 points. He's an absolute superstar.
And one of the prettiest signatures you'll ever see.
And you know what else?
LD, baby.
And you know something else? You want to know another second rounder that's starting for his team before he got injured that no one's talked about? Bruno Fernando out of Maryland, a second round pick, starting getting minutes for the Hawks. There is so much fucking value and craziness in this year's draft class. It's just amazing.
I was telling Keith before we got online how we were up at that shop this last week, and I asked if they had any Prism Silver rookies, and he didn't have any of them out. He just puts them all in the back. He says to him, it's not worth it to have kids fingering through them, pulling out $4 or $5 cards when he can hold them, and chances are it'll be a gold mine in a year or two.
Everyone's doing the same thing with Prism. If you get a Prism Silver rookie, and especially if it's centered and doesn't have a bunch of dents and bumps on it, it goes in a case and you just sit on it because
it's the gold standard.
I mean, look at John Morant. silver?
Sean?
I did.
Sean did.
Sean did. Yeah.
Keith did in the last fucking pack he opened.
Did you really?
He got a Zion base in the same pack.
I literally told Keith, I was like, you're the luckiest guy. He's like, oh, I haven't pulled anything. Hour later, we get a photo of a jaw, and then like 30 seconds later, a Zion pops up. We thought he popped a Zion silver too. We're like, you got to be shitting me. He's like, no, the Zion base. We're like, only you, man.
That Zion base is $75 now.
Yeah.
A lot of people are putting all their interest to the silvers, and they're letting those bases go by. I guarantee you, in a year or two, that'd be a good buy.
You know the weird thing
that's why I went and bought one before it.
Yeah, there you go.
And I think it's gradable totally. So
all right, so here's
this thing's 300. The orange cracked ice.
Yeah,
I forgot you got
my first pack.
We got those. You got those in that hanger boxes. That's right.
That fucking orange cracked ice.
This was one of those. No, this one wasn't even a hanger box. I don't think it was that.
No, it has to be. It's hanger exclusive.
Yeah, those orange prisms are those ones that come in the boxes.
Yeah. All right. Well, because I remember
the
first ones I opened were the those plastic hangers with like the
3 packs.
Yeah,
cellos. They're called cellos.
Okay.
Those fucking suck.
Yeah. They suck. They're terrible.
Those are the ass.
That's where I pulled the jaw from. I don't know.
Are you shitting me? The ones that came with the pink had the pink.
No, the red, white, and blue.
Red, white, and blue. Okay. Yeah.
Hey, Trey was just saying Optic's about to drop.
February 12th, right?
Yeah, they delayed it a week for retail.
But it is retail. So okay.
No, so not retail. The hobby. I mean, hobby.
That's what I told the guys last night in a chat. You remember Prism was leaked almost 13 days early, so there is a good chance that Walmart and Targets have that optic in there. So start checking.
Probably start checking next week is my guess.
If you find it early, if you're one of those lucky people and if you got the gumption, you're like, fuck, I'm gonna go there, and you find that optic early, and you're able to hit one of the rated rookie, silvers or hollows. I mean, you're looking at another $600-700 Zion card, $400 or $500 jaw card. I mean, there could be, if you're first to market, it could be fucking even more.
Or just resell the boxes themselves. You remember how much they were going for? The little blasters. I think they were like 10 times the value.
Yep. That first wave. What's crazy is if I got lucky and I found Joe and I a little bit that very first weekend before Thanksgiving. If I hadn't, I probably would have paid something ridiculous because I just wanted to. I was so excited to open some fucking Prism. I hadn't had that much fun. I hate him too, but I mean, it's the only game in town.
I know.
I spent easily $1,500 on Panini.
But the cool thing about it is you never know which one of those silvers or which one of those cards that you might have had that could be. Like I said, we were talking about. No one even knew who Sekou was before the season.
Well, I'm glad you're saying this because I have no idea about any of these guys, and I need to go grab my.
Go
ahead, grab it, dude.
Go grab it.
Let's talk about Sekou for a minute here. What happened? You know what's funny is when I texted Trey once, and I said, "Man, Sekou's hitting 50," and Trey was like, "Oh man, that's fucking overpriced." And you know what? You're right, dude. You're totally right.
Did it drop again, or
it's still.
I think it's going to drop because fuck, man, he's been playing like shit.
You know what? I read a bunch of stuff about.
He went back to the D League, right?
No, the coach talked about it.
It's a rumor.
Here's what happened the last week. The Pistons are out of the playoff hunt, so they're showcasing their free agents and their veterans, try to get rid of them for the trade deadline. So that's one of the reasons he hasn't been playing.
Yeah, but the last few games he played a lot, and he didn't really do anything.
You're not wrong there. But that's just what the Detroit Free Press and some of those people are saying is that they're
Did you see some of that shit the coach said, though, about him?
I didn't, apparently.
Like, he's 19 or he's 18 years old. He can't play back-to-backs. He's tired, and some other shit. It is crazy. Yeah, if you Google it, I was like, "Whoa, fuck!"
Not in a good.
Your fucking coach talking about how you're got to grow up, and
I know he missed practice, right? He was late to practice.
That one time, about a week or two ago.
But it's just we're at the point. I mean, that's what's crazy is the speculation people are doing. It's not it shouldn't have been a $50 card after he had an 18-point game.
No,
it's the fear of missing out that we all talk about, and I have it so bad right now. It's
cards. Cards run rampant, man. It's just like a fucking vertical lineup after 1 or 2 games.
You're exactly right. PSA 10s can go up $70 if someone scores 40 points in a game. If 10 guys like us go and buy, a bunch of the PSAs up, it's the same thing like comic books. Once they start drying up, the people who own the copies can do whatever the fuck they want to because people are buying them.
Nope. Yep.
But I think there's so much Panini out there.
But I haven't seen it.
How much was produced?
I haven't seen any. I have not seen another retail pack in 3 weeks.
Yeah, they're done. Retail's done.
And at this time last year, I was still finding green Prism randomly at different Walmarts and Target.
You know why? A lot of people are hoarding the sealed wax.
That's probably true.
They went and bought all that shit, and then they fucking leaking it out and selling it online like a retailer.
So, all right.
That makes sense.
Let me shoot some names your guys' way. Darius Garland.
Yes, good. Don't throw that one away.
Keep that shit.
This is numbered to 35.
Oh, purple pulsar?
What?
Yeah, purple.
Wow,
pulsar.
that's a great
Always
card.
something with Jesus Christ, Brian.
Of course. Yeah,
here's a silver.
Who is that? DeAndre Hunter?
Garland? No, that's the same guy. Darius Garland.
Oh, yeah. He's lighting it up for Cleveland right now.
Silver Aru Hachimura.
Very good.
Really, good, great card.
That's what the guy at our local card store was talking about. The reason that the basketball market, we've talked about it too, is the Chinese market, but with Rui being the first Japanese player in the NBA, that is a huge influx of money. And we know the Japanese they have money and they spend it, and that's a lot of this second wave where these Zions everyone are going crazy is because of the Japanese influx of money.
That's part of the reason Rui Hachimura's card value hasn't dipped a whole lot. I mean, he's been out for weeks and weeks and weeks, and his silver's still going like $40-$50, which is amazing. Most guys would have tanked to like 20-30.
You're absolutely right.
What about Jarrett Culver?
Fuck yeah, Minnesota Timberwolves.
Right. Silver.
He's super young though.
I guess.
What about this Nick Claxton kid?
Nah.
I wouldn't bet the house on him.
Listen to the
what about Bruno Fernando?
Yep, he's starting right now.
You got a penmanship? Nice.
He's starting right now for the Atlanta Hawks. He's out this game because of like a contusion, but he's been starting for the Hawks out of Maryland, second rounder.
Oh, here you go. This is heading Sean's way next lot of books.
What's that, a Clipper?
Darius Miles.
Yeah.
Do you know he was from St. Louis?
Darius and Q, dude. That's some good shit, dude. Oh yeah, you got a D Miles autograph, dude.
I pulled so many autos out of those things, but nobody any good. I mean,
that's how Panini works.
I probably opened 60 blasters and I never got a fucking auto out of any Prism I bought this year, and I probably bought $3,000 worth. If that tells you anything. Every auto I have, I bought. I bought some Luguentz Dortz, and I bought a shit ton of Darius Baisleys. Like I got enough Baisleys. I think I got a couple. What do I have?
So here's another quick question. You're talking about the prices on graded stuff. Are you guys sending stuff in to get graded? Let's do a group submission.
I haven't done it yet, but I got a 99 blue Cam Reddish.
Sweet.
I got a Baisley Blue Disco 175.
Who is that?
It wasn't me.
Oh, it's probably Mike.
Sure.
My dog.
Blame the chair.
Oh, it was Sean. And then I got a white sparkle.
That's
white
badass.
sparkle, dude. Let's see that. Hold on. I'm gonna see this up.
Now, what's the deal with that?
Beautiful.
So the pack, they sell the packs on Panini's website, and they're fucking expensive for one pack with like what 3 or 5 cards or some shit.
I think that's
shit.
I did.
There you go.
The boss card.
Yeah, it's centered pretty nicely too. See,
Dude, I get excited when his games are on.
My Morants aren't. It's 60-40 on the center, and it's not the best centering, but I got it for the right price. I got a couple Sekou numbers. I love like I said, the fucking anytime you get a numbered prism, it's fucking intoxicating.
Yeah.
Yeah. When I was I had one box of the prism left, and I woke up, might have still been a little hammered, and jumped on with Dino and Brian, and I said I get one fucking auto and of like thousands of dollars of shit, and then the last one I pull a good old Aaron Baines.
Aaron Baines,
right? On the Suns with the Celtics jersey on the card with penmanship. Right? I'm like, not even they can't. It's not, I'm like, all right, dude.
Dude,
whatever,
I pulled
dude.
some bullshit autos too.
It's just trash, dude.
I pulled a Luke. I had a Luke Walton and something else. I was like,
I still want to see your. I still want to see your black gold Kobe White.
No, it wasn't Kobe White. It was Cody Martin.
Yeah, who the Charlotte guy with the
yeah.
He got like a bun. I still want to see it. He pulled the fucking black gold, Brian.
What is that? Is that at the hobby?
1 out of 10.
Oh no,
shit.
2 out of 5.
Whoa!
Did you get 2 Dennis Smith Jr. patches?
There.
Oh my god!
Let me.
Yeah.
Double Dennis Smith.
Look at that.
What's the black gold?
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
That's sexy.
Saint black gold with black
That's
silver.
rarer than gold. I mean, God, if you'd have hit anyone other than him.
I know, right?
Right.
2 out of 5. I was like,
but here's the thing about him: he's a rookie. What if the guy fucking in the D League comes up next year and turns into Chris Middleton?
Well, he's actually playing on the team.
Really?
It's not like he's in the G League.
I didn't actually know that. Then shit. What's he going for?
Nothing.
Why don't you put it up for 500?
I don't want to.
You might as well.
Right now.
No. If you don't want to sell it, I respect.
I got a purple prism, but it's Jalen Noel. Yeah.
Who does he play for? Dallas?
Wolves. Timberwolves.
I hate when you get them and they're not rookies.
What?
You get
rookies. Yeah.
No, I'm saying there's when you get the numbered cards and they're not rookies, they're just
the other one I hit was this Goga Bitadze or whatever. I don't know.
No way.
Huh?
He plays for
I
Denver, right?
Dude. I heard he was pretty good at hockey. That's all I know.
Sean, what I love about Keith is he didn't even fuck around with the Nuggets.
Who, me? No, I'm not a Nuggets fan.
I know.
I'm a Knicks fan. Come on. That's why
Barrett you just got.
That's why I'd be picking up the RJ Barrett.
There it is.
He's very good.
No one's talking about it.
I don't know.
That was one of the names. That was one of the big names at the beginning of the year.
Did you?
A lot of people saying that he's gonna be a shit show.
Did you?
I don't think so.
He said that he didn't want anybody. He said it was funny.
Those people who watch the Knicks, I doubt it. I do. I watch them all the time.
No, I shouldn't say most people. I'm hearing a lot of people are throwing his name up as a bust.
Yeah, I've heard
RJ Barrett.
His shooting percentage is low. I don't know. I think it's something you fixed.
People forget
what basketball. So
people forget what Trae Young's shooting percentage the first half of the season was. Look it up. It's fucking abysmal. That's what's
too early.
That's what I mean. That's
way too early. The dude is 19. I think one of the underrated things about players that we don't know about is how hard they work.
Yeah.
Because if you read like articles about players, like other players will say, "Oh man, this guy works really hard," and you kind of respect that. So you got to realize after they make that fucking they go around the first rookie contract, their second contract is going to be huge if they're good, and that's when you really know if they're going to pan out or not.
Yeah, and you know what, dude? If I don't need to really look it up, like fucking, how long did it take Kobe? You know what I mean?
He was on the bench for 2 years.
I'm not gonna say I'm not gonna say RJ Barrett's Kobe. Obviously, I don't feel that way.
No.
But like, fucking, does he have a shot at being an all-star? Fuck yeah, dude. The guy's got fucking. Hell yeah, he does, dude. You know what I mean? He can, dude. The guy, he could be there. You know what I mean? There's people you never fucking heard. You know what I mean? Like Latrell Sprewell, dude. You know, took him a second. Yeah, but I mean, come on, man. The guy went from like I mean, he's still revered as one of the greatest second round picks in history. You know what I mean? So I don't know. There's a lot, and when you're young, you can do so much. I said this last week about Ken Griffey Jr. being my favorite player because he was 19 and he was starting when I was like 10 or 11 or whatever the fuck. And dude, and like I said, I think his first 2 years, 19, 20, he hit 16 home runs each year. Oh, his swing's so sweet. That's cool, man. Fucking, the ball wasn't juiced at that time, and he was 19, 20 years fucking old, dude. So he's like, you know, fucking easy. I mean, that's one of the best. No, it's sad that he didn't play in a Balco city, dude. He'd have 850 homers. Seriously,
too. It's sad.
I wish he cheated. He was falling asleep during games. Remember?
No, he won't make the Hall if he was cheating.
I just wish he never went to the fucking
No, he
Reds.
wasn't cheating.
No offense to Joe. I just wish he never went to the Reds. I wish he'd have been a Mariner his whole career.
Yeah, so he went to the Reds, but he got injured. Like it was bad news for him when he got Cincinnati.
Yeah.
Oh shit! I won the auction.
Let's see it. What is it?
Screen share.
Yeah. Let's see it.
I want to see what I paid before.
Skeletor dildo, $8.
All right, this doesn't show my address or anything else. Some of these fucking assholes would love to have.
Mr. Trout update. Wow.
You've been watching Phil's polls.
Dude, I've been thinking about getting that one.
No, I looked at it and it's a rare. I read a bunch about it and believe it or not, there's less of those trout updates in 9.5 and 10s than there are in the. I mean, there's more Bowman, the Bowman draft in production than the PSA's 10, and it's just like I need a good Trout rookie card. Now, granted, this isn't his rookie card.
That's his best rookie card, dude.
And what are you talking about?
Yeah,
no,
but you know what I mean. It's not his draft.
By far his best rookie card.
It's not his prospect, right?
But here's this is where Joe and I like this new prospect versus rookie card shit's new to me. Like I haven't completely.
Think of it as like XRC and rookie. You remember when you used to look at Beckett back in the day, say XRC?
Yeah, and they used to have Star.
Yeah.
You know what's funny is Joe, when I asked that guy, he had some. I had no idea that Star was replicated and bootlegged as heavily as it was, and who no one will grade him or only one.
PSA won't.
BGS will. Yeah, Beckett will.
That was my dream. Is I always wanted that 84, 85 Star, the one where he's underneath the basket and he has the rebound over his head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wanted that was the holy grail.
That's Jordan, in my opinion. I think that's better than his Fleer rookie.
I don't think you're wrong. All right.
But there's so many fakes.
Yes.
Fuck this. I'm not this. No. This. You know what pisses me off? These fucking asshole card sellers. $500 first class. You send that first class. I'm sending it the fuck back. You put it in one of those chicken. You put it in a chicken shit bubble mailer with 2 pieces of fucking cardboard around it. I'm not opening it. I'm sending it right back to the post office. God, they suck it. It just blows my mind.
That's what you get, man.
Yeah,
cardboard and a fucking
dude. My eBay. I'm gonna break records with my eBay bucks this month.
You should have waited till they gave you like 8% or some shit.
You can't. That's what sucks. Is this is the most beautiful raw copy I've seen in 4 or 5 weeks. Like I've been watching raw copies. I mean, if this shows up in the condition it's photo as.
That's a stock photo, dude. That's a stock photo.
God. And fucking tax. This fucking eBay tax shit. This tax shit is pissing me off more and more. Suck my dick on this tax. Woo.
I know, dude. Why government? You don't need a piece of eBay's money as well.
Did you ask if they had a raw copy down in more? You should have asked. He probably has gone.
So here's the shitty thing about these prisms going so high is their college ones are shooting down, right? These aren't hardly as much as they used to be.
No, those are I can't.
Oh, the draft.
You know what's crazy is if I had everything to do over again, I would have bought heavy on the draft prism. Like Keith and I talked about it. We both were like, "Oh, this is a stupid product because it's just a filler. It's just basically a money grab before the real prism." But if you go and look on that almost 45-day window before the real prism came out, I mean, Joe did really good, but those cards were going for way too much money.
Mm-hmm.
Way too much.
Did you sell that Hachimura?
I sold the Hachimura. Yeah.
Nice. Good job.
Yeah. What did you sell it for?
I got like $350 for it.
Yeah.
Yeah. You should have paid for your boxes, right?
Yeah. I paid for a bunch of them.
But I mean, like I said, those Zion base silvers, I mean, there's 2 variations, I believe, and they were going for 100, 125. Yeah. And those packs were pretty readily available. I think there's still a few targets that are still around that have them.
And they're hitting a lot, man. There's a lot of hits coming out of them.
It's It's like I said, we got bowl.
I bet you those numbered Zions though will hold some value though, for sure.
You brought up something interesting that I didn't think about. It's the same with Notre Dame. There are certain fan bases like Duke. Duke people have money. I mean, it's a medical school. People who graduate from Duke, they got some fucking secondhand cash. So I don't necessarily think that some of those national treasures and some of those ones that have Duke patches and ACC patches, and I don't see those really going super down in value because they're good looking cards. That Duke uniform on that national treasure just pops for whatever reason. That blue just looks really, really nice. So
a lot of college guys were really into that product. I watched a couple of YouTube videos of guys breaking it early on, and that's what they're all about. The one guy was all about Kentucky, and that's all he wanted was all the Kentucky stuff. So
what card is that?
Is it a Prism?
It's a draft.
No, I mean, is it a
Prism draft?
It's not a silver.
Is it number one? Silver. Is it the number one?
It's number 64.
Okay. All right, Brian, this is your realm. That's
all I know. So, I got one out of a pack. I have no idea.
So we're going to transition into the Super Bowl. But here's what I want to ask you is I don't understand the Panini Prism. Like, apparently they're not silvers in football. They're refractors. Did you know that?
I didn't know that. I still looked at because I have a ton of the Prism football.
If you look, like I was looking for Drew Lock. I think out of this year's class, I think Drew Lock, for what he did, there's some value there. And I go to look at Drew Lock, Prism Silver. The people are like, oh, silver base Prism. But then you go to the Prism Refractor, and those are the same. Looks like scarcity of the silvers in basketball. When it comes
I almost feel like that's somebody saying that they're refractors, not knowing what to call them because.
But if you look on the PSA case. It said they say refractor.
It actually says refractor. Wow.
So it's a different. I can't figure it out. I don't know if they were. I just don't know. I figured you knew a little about football because we've talked about it. Football up until recently has been tough to kind of speculate on in football. I mean, if you're not a quarterback or a running back or maybe Julio Jones, I mean,
quarterback?
Yeah, there's really not much to spec on. I mean, are you excited to get a defensive tackle in your pack?
No,
I mean, that's just the truth.
That's a huge problem, man.
Sean might.
I opened a ton of the Prism. I got to find it.
Your volume's not working, Sean.
Sean's going to be like, fuck you. We just picked up that 400-pounder in the second round. Who's going to be a run blocker for years?
440.
Don't you guys remember when I opened the card to Cleveland Farrell? Literally.
That's the Dick Sig.
Literally drew dick. Yeah. Dude, he literally is dictation.
Hilarious. He even has a pube coming out of his ball sack.
Dude, he even drew the pubes out of the ball sack, dude. Like fucking like
that dude's
Jonah Takalua in Summer Heights High did dictation, or fucking Jonah Hill did in Superbad.
Here you go, Trey.
Drew dicks on everything, dude.
You're talking about football, and I just pulled this out. This is here's your guy you're talking about.
Oh, if
was that Don Russ?
Yeah, that's a number one, isn't it?
Optic.
That should be a 99, right?
How many cards do you have autograph of every person?
But here's a guy to spec on that wouldn't be bad specking on because I think he's going to be better. Josh's guy, Josh Jacobs. I don't think he's getting
Oklahoma boy.
So I think that that's definitely a dude to spec on.
By the way, guys,
a lot of love.
Sean's brought this up, and I'm kind of taking this off. There's get you a good eBay snipe app. I'm not going to say which one. Sean's mentioned the right one before, but get you a good eBay snipe app. It's worth fucking weight in gold. Wow. Yeah. I know. That's one of those things where
mine's never failed me. The only time it failed me was because eBay made me change my password and I hadn't updated it.
You got to do
which is not the app's fault, obviously.
I've noticed since this last update, you got to re-sign in and authenticate about every third day. That's what I've kind of noticed. But hey, it's undefeated when it comes down to it. But that's a nice card. I mean, when you step in, I mean, if you know the story about Drew Lock, what was he, a 5th round pick?
I don't know.
I know he's a fucking donkey.
First round
but pick, he played against Oklahoma State in his final game in the bowl game.
He was like the second
first round, right?
Second round,
no,
right?
he wasn't. I think he was. Someone Drew Lock drafted.
No, he was at least like top 5 of the second round if he wasn't first round.
I thought he was a first rounder, but I could be wrong.
He was drafted 42nd, so it'd be second round. Sean is correct on that. But he played against Oklahoma. Missouri played against Oklahoma State and whatever that bowl game was, and he had a howitzer. I mean, he has a Brett Favre, Mahomes type of arm. But they talked about his
stretch. So
they talked about his maturity. A lot of them compared him to the Jim Kelly's nephew on his maturity. He got in trouble at Missouri.
Nephew. Oh my God,
Chad Kelly.
Yeah, that dude fucking got drunk and went.
But they said that some of the same kind of
house. It's not horrible spec. He led them to a good record at the end of there. You know what I mean? True. Yeah. I mean, you can't do it on them. The organization wasn't like they're a good organization. They're not in shambles. Like you know what I mean? They never.
Sean, you know the best thing about Sean.
No, they've been down, but they're not fucking like. Do you have to like?
Actually, they're kind of in ever since the owner died. They're kind of in disarray.
This is your chance to attack Sean, guys. Now that he's kind of collecting sports card. With his loyalty to the Raiders, he could pull a Jimmy Garoppolo 1-of-1 superfractor fucking DNA card, and he'd be like, I don't want this fucking thing. Come get it from my house. It's free. I don't want this. That's the thing is Sean got so much Raiders love.
There's only one person who opened the pack and immediately ripped the card in half on this show. And it was a 1 in 75 numbered card. It was Antonio Brown. It was in 2 pieces. I threw it over my shoulder and kept it moving. Fuck him. And you know what? I was like, man, this guy doesn't really. I'm not even a big word. I'm big on the word deserve because, like, who the fuck am I to be judge, jury, and executioner on motherfuckers? But I was like, I don't feel like he deserves to be a patriot or with his behavior, or he deserves to be a saint or the, you know what I mean? I was like, fuck this dude. And even this, and then they cut him. I was like, haha. And now, but now he got his life together again in the 3 days since he's been out of jail, where he was.
Wow, he turned his life around in 3 days.
Said so you have to
3 days,
and he definitely wrote it himself. Trust, and
trust?
So
trust,
and so there's also this hilarious shit. All his apologies, they all have semicolons, right? You know what I mean? Fucking come on, dude. Like, I don't give a fuck who you are, dude. He honestly has the worst written grammar of almost anyone.
Oh,
I will put Jen's 3rd grade class. She's that good of a teacher up against this dude, right? Right, but like, yeah. Anyway, he hasn't been he was arrested and arraigned in a suicide vest last week.
Oh, I mean, my God, that's ridiculous.
I don't. You know what I mean? I like Jesus. And this is because the guy won't pay his bills. Like they came up, they're like, you owe us $4,000. We hauled your shit all the way from fucking Oakland, and he's like, I'm not fucking paying you. And then
I think he legit has.
Guy. No,
he probably has mental issues.
He has.
No, he does, dude.
Vontae's fucking scrambled his brains.
And when he was trying to fight our GM, Vontae's perfect broke it up. It's like, look, dude, you know what I did to this guy? Like, let me be the voice of reason. When Vontae's perfect is the voice of reason in practice.
Yeah, you in trouble, man.
You don't hire Vontae's perfect to be a voice of reason. So
that's Super Bowl. I mean, there speculation wise, like we talked about, Garoppolo, Mahomes. Who else could potentially? I guess Greg Kittle, Kelsey.
If you're not on Kittle and Kelsey, I mean, they're
George Kittle.
They're especially Kittle.
But I don't know.
Kittle, all these big tight ends, they got a tendency to get hurt, man.
Outside of quarterbacks, I don't see a whole lot in football, really.
Yeah, but I mean,
in football cards,
you still
can't.
I don't know, but I mean, there's still money out there, but it just, it's just it's just crazy. It's like we talked about. I mean, with these sports cards, I mean, if a guy has 2 good games in a row, I mean, the card to move $70 one way, $70 the other way. It's the volatility of it is exciting.
I like Young did tonight.
39.
Did you see what Trey Young? 39 and 18.
18 assists.
Yeah.
Did they win?
Of course not.
So
does that matter?
Yeah, it does matter. It does matter.
Tracy McGrady, dude.
No, I want to talk about this though. It does matter because if you look at Trae Young's silver prices, they're only like $200 something bucks, man. And you compare that to John Morant, which is going like 500. Think about that. John Morant is doubling up Trae Young right now.
All-star starter, Trae Young.
All-star starter. Look at his stats: 30 points a game, almost 10 assists, 5 rebounds.
Why do you think that? Why do you think that?
Do I think? Because
I'm pretty sure because his hair is fucking terrible.
Oh,
he's on a loser. It's because he's on a loser, man.
He's on.
What, Memphis is balling or what?
Memphis is an 8 seed.
Yeah, Memphis is 2.
And last year they're crap, man. So what that shows you is Ja Morant has a better tendency to maybe lead a winning team.
Look at dude. Joe lives in Oklahoma. Trae Young, the first week of the season, they won like the Maui, and they were all rated. They lost like 18 of their last 23. There were guys on the OU team that quit because the way Trae Young played, and then he left and went to the NBA. He's not a winner. He's all about his stats, and Keith's right. If he doesn't win and he stays in Atlanta and puts up 35, he's going to be James Harden 2.0.
Devin Booker.
Yep. And Devin Booker didn't make the All-Star game.
Nope.
Because he doesn't win. Like I said, who gives a shit if you put up 35 a game if you play for a shitty team?
Yep.
Yeah,
that's part of the hobby, I think. People don't want a fucking total loser that puts up stats.
People are going crazy about that Booker shit out here in Phoenix. They're going nuts.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
They love Devin Booker out there?
Dude, Phoenix is a huge basketball town.
Yep. Alvin
Huge basketball town.
What do they think about Ayton?
They think he's a bust.
Really?
Dude, he last
I
night.
thought he's got skills, man.
I thought he
They think he's not. They don't think he's mean enough.
So he doesn't have the drive?
No, they don't think he's mean enough. They just don't
that
think they want him to be throwing elbows and dunking on people. And
But neither was Tim Duncan. He was Mr. Nice Guy all the time.
Yeah, but where did his cards? I mean, his cards ever explode? I mean, you can fucking. He has a legitimate argument of being the best ever. Also,
he came along in the '90s when everything was so cheap.
he was right before Kobe.
Yeah, you know what? How come you guys didn't tell me cards picked up again? I never gave up on sports, but I thought cards were fucking worthless, and I come back to find out I'll be rich now if I was just fucking being a sports fan, dude. Over here pressing comic books. I hope fucking hang around or somebody makes a movie.
I tried for a while, man. It's like, you gotta come check out this new over here. This fucking pack opening.
That was last year or two, man. I'm talking about like fucking weird, dude.
I got Dino saying that his collecting focus is buying sports singles now because he can't open any more packs because he can't stand not pulling shit. And I'm like,
well,
it's not a bad thing.
No,
dude.
you gotta supplement busting packs with buying singles, or you're not gonna make it, dude. If you just bust packs,
I told myself last year
you're gonna end up like Joe.
I told myself last year because the same situation. I opened up a shit ton of Prism. Never even sniffed the Doncic silver. I did good though. That's one of those things. Is I thought I was a shit show, and then you go back and I got a silver Michael Porter Jr. I got a bunch of Trae Youngs. I mean, I did well if you go back. It wasn't a Doncic per se, but my value for my Prism I spent last year is pretty damn good when you go back and consider it. It's
same here.
But that's what's fun about it is you just don't know.
No, you don't know after the first year, dude.
Especially guys like Michael Porter Jr. He was injured and didn't play, so everyone kind of forgot about him. He's lighting it up right now. He's one of the biggest trade-off. He's one of the biggest pieces in the NBA during the trade deadline. There are teams offering first and second round picks apparently to get Michael Porter out of Denver.
They ain't gonna get him.
He's one of the biggest spec people in sports cards right now, right? I mean, Keith, you're in Denver, so you would know about that. But a lot of people are saying that because I live on the fucking blowout boards now, like I used to on the G+ forums.
That's funny.
And they talk about
circle.
Yeah. they blowout and what's the other one? Collectors Universe or not Collectors Universe, PSA. But anyways, they talk about Porter like people should be buying him up.
They
should. He should be. I agree.
If he can stay healthy, which
that's the key, right?
That's it. I mean,
And he's got to get playing time too, right? Because
Kevin Porter?
No, Michael Porter.
The problem.
Oh man, I gotta get his Kevin Porter.
Jeremy Grant, who they traded for the Thunder for, is playing really well ahead of him.
Exactly. The Nuggets are pretty deep, so it's been tough for him.
Yeah, Nuggets are deep.
Another spec person. I mean, I've talked about him. Keith thought Bol. He was doing really. I mean, he's 7'6". He fucking can shoot 3-pointers, and look what he's doing in the D League. Just look at Bol's stats in the D League.
But he's in the D League.
Exactly.
Okay, but he's 19 or 18 years old, and he's 7'6", which you can't teach. He's played.
Is he 7'6"? No.
Maybe.
I got silvers and red.
I think you're thinking about Taco Fall, dude.
Hey, 7'2". Excuse me, 7'2" with a
Taco Fall is 7'6".
No, his dad was Manute was 7'6".
That may have been.
No, Taco Fall.
That's a tall dude, huh?
Taco Fall, yeah.
All pretty tall.
George Murison 2.0.
I don't know.
Smell like me, George
Murison.
Murison had a role though.
Murson's cologne. Smell like me, George Murison. when they had the fucking outline of his head like the Jordan cologne.
Did anyone ever find one of the Jordan autographs in the underwear?
I didn't even see him.
I didn't spec.
I would have bought it if I saw it.
There was some Jordan Hanes that had random.
Yeah, I remember that.
I need
the
to
Fleer design.
I've never
Google that, man. See, there's one on eBay.
Yeah, y'all talk amongst yourself.
I have a box break to do. It's getting late.
Oh yeah,
break it open.
Let's do it. For Gramps got to go to bed here.
I got a couple boxes from CGC, and I already know the grade, so it's kind of fun.
Hey, you're not supposed to say that.
Yeah, you just
I do. I know. So whatever.
Fucking Joe. Grandpa Joe.
If I
He's
had
Grandpa Joe. He's gonna look.
If I had to tell you what was in here, I probably could. I could name 3 or 4 books that I'm pretty excited about.
All right.
The other ones, it's funny because after I show you a couple of these, you guys are gonna laugh.
They're not all the same Xenoscope books, are they?
Only half of
Xenoscope. 100% Xenoscope. I don't even know. Is it Xenoscope? Xenoscope? I don't even know how to fucking
Xenoscope. Or is it Naughty and Nice? Naughty and Nice.
Naughty and Nice. Dude, whenever I look at 9.9 and 10.0s CGC, it's always Naughty and Nice.
You know what's the funniest? Dude, I look at variants every week for the article, and there's always Naughty and Nice and Xenoscope and that fucking Pooh Bear. It's crazy. People love that shit, dude.
Yeah.
Do you poo? Yeah.
There's 85 people who love that, and they all have fucking 5 accounts on different forums.
I was putting this set together.
Dude, it sells. It sells.
This is the
75th.
Ooh, yeah.
The reflection is awful.
There you go.
How about this?
Angle it
We're
right.
living in such a big ass house with all the bright ass lights.
Well, I've tried to work on the lights in here, and it's horrible because it's like right above me.
I ordered lights that they should have fucking been here 2 weeks ago. Apparently, they got coronavirus and they held up in customs.
Oh yeah, nice.
Really?
You asshole! You got a 9.8 in that.
Yeah,
I got one that might be a 9.8.
That was one of my spec books. Remember that?
They still have them on the website.
Here's this one. The
nice. The Disney.
Yeah.
Sean, whatever happened with y'all's copy, if you don't mind me asking?
Sold it for $7,000-8,000.
You did good.
Wow.
Yeah, it came back 9.8 for the guy.
Hell yeah.
Ooh,
Piss on this one.
Ooh,
Nice.
That's the cartoon chick with
Ahsoka Tano.
That shit's definitely happening.
That's the regular, and there's a variant to that. That's like a Dark Horse variant. That 1,000 or something.
The Casada variant.
No, it's Dark Horse.
Yeah, but the Casada is it? Oh, is it Dark Horse?
Yeah,
I'm thinking of something different.
This is another one of those 75th ones. I think this one's a beautiful book.
Hell yeah, dude!
Those
nice.
variants are super underrated.
9.8. Yeah. Wow.
The first variant I ever bought was the Justice League. The
Jim Lee.
Yeah,
Jim Lee.
I texted Trey. I was like, "Is this worth buying?"
You got that I do. You remember you bought that at the Vintage Stock on May. I remember.
Like that, yeah.
I do remember you bought that. Did I press that?
Yeah, you did.
I remember that.
Yeah. All right. There's some good ones in here. There's one I'm really excited about.
Yeah, those ones you just showed us are pretty trashy.
Yeah, those 9/8 sucked.
This one's pretty good. These
Venomized Thor?
Oh, yeah.
These have dropped a lot. So.
Yeah, I noticed that. A lot of the Venomized stuff has gone down, huh?
That asshole that Sean
It'll
talked
come
about who put all the shitty auctions up that were just the worst timed, worst placed auctions in the history of the world.
That was a while ago, though. I mean, the 9/8s are still good purchases, I think.
The 9/8s are good,
a little
but
watered down.
Do you remember the bullshit? Remember back in the day?
I know.
The raw variants were $200. You'd get them for $200.
Oh, that's a $300 raw, but right now it's probably a $400 9/8.
Right.
The one Joe just showed. I think there was a perfect storm with the end of the year and the tax thing hitting and just fucking sales being down because people having to pay 8 to 10% sales tax on fucking eBay for shit that there's no fucking reason they should be paying out of state for. And then at the same time, sales are always down in November, December, January because of the holidays. So, people waiting for tax returns and shit like that. So I think it's a perfect storm of shit.
I forgot tax return time's a couple days away.
Do you think the tax thing has hurt comic books that much?
100%.
Really? More than sports cards, huh?
Everybody's sales are down.
Yeah.
Wow.
Edward Scissorhands Spawn.
There's the SDCC variant, limited to 500, I believe.
This was a hot book at one time, man.
You were the first. Joe was the first person to spec on that book in our MeWe group. To be honest with you,
dude, I hit traffic on the way at SDCC, and they wouldn't pull out a fucking another one for me.
I don't know why I like the old Teen Titans.
That's a great cover. It's got Raven. It's got Lady Death. I like that cover. Ravager. I think that's one of Hughes' underrated covers.
I think so too. It's about a $200 9/8 right now.
And I think it's one of his rarer ones too, based on the print run on that 75. There was no one is fucking doing Teen Titans back then.
Well, it was a 1 in 10 though. So
was it? That's right.
Yeah, but that's a great. Plus, it's a white cover on a one. Like it's a tough 9/8.
This was a resub.
Oh, nice. I like that.
Really?
That's a tough book to get in 9/8.
It's really fat. Yeah. This next one surprised the hell out of me. I did not expect this at all.
This is a good unboxing.
Oh, nice.
Shit. Is that the wrong one? Is that the wrong one you got on the podcast?
Yeah. Like, what was that? I bought it for like $600, I think.
Wow. Nice job.
Well, now it's worth it. Now it was worth it.
Beautiful, beautiful.
That was awesome. Congrats. That had to make your whole submission, huh?
It was
pretty much.
This is the book, though. This is my favorite of the batch.
Oh, this has potential then.
You don't.
Oh.
Yeah. When I've looked.
Is that newsstand?
Yeah.
For a newsstand in this book, and I have yet to see one. This was a CBCS in 9/8, and I submitted it with the crossover service. Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it got a 9/6, and so I've been looking for a 9/8 newsstand in this book for over 2 years, and I've looked at every copy to hit eBay, and there's not one. If someone has one, I'd be shocked. But
you have one now, dude.
There you go.
Congrats.
Great book.
Oh, this is the 1 in 50 for $300.
That's cool.
Yeah,
definitely.
What in the fuck? Someone let a newsstand Batman Adventures slip through for $1,800?
That the prices are a little down even with the movie coming out, dude. I'm telling you, dude. People are paying that. People are feeling the heat on that 10% sales tax in California. That $1,800 book in California cost somebody else $1,980, but it looks like
10%, huh?
Yeah, well, it's Santa Monica, and here in my desert town, it's more like 8.5. But
I was shocked how much this are selling for now. Have you seen these prices?
She-Hulk #1?
No, number 40.
No.
A what?
Number 40.
What is it? What's with 40?
She took her panties off.
Cover.
No, she's in the shower naked in that.
$350 book right there.
That's fucking creepy. Comic book people do fucking better. If a green fucking drawing of a hulked up chick gets you off, or you want to buy a 9 out of it, fucking do better in life. That's some fact shit right there. That's the kind of shit they get behind.
Hey Trey,
fucking weird.
I got this for you.
Oh, let's see it. Nice.
You gotta be shitting me.
I love it. Good job, Joe.
Great book though, dude. I'm sorry.
I love that book, dude.
Such a good book. Back Row 40, dude. Oh,
Homage.
Or is that 35?
What back row is it?
35.
40.
40.
Okay.
Yeah, you're right first time.
I think this is the running for the cover of the year for me last year. I just like this book.
Oh, that's great.
That Hulk Venom shit?
Fuck, that is a good cover.
It's Immortal Hulk 1, though.
Yeah. Immortal
I like
Hulk.
the Alex Ross better.
What's that?
The Alex Ross one. Have you seen that one? The Alex Ross Immortal Hulk #1 variant.
Yeah, is it blowing up?
It's beautiful. No, I don't think it's blowing up. It's beautiful.
Is it glossy?
No.
No.
Is the gloss hard to find? They determine
Yes,
that the gloss is the hardest one.
Yeah, gloss is the one you want. Glossy 9.8, man.
You know what? I've never.
The last one.
I've never touched a Rise Zero gloss before.
Hold on, have you got all 9/8? Is this an all 9/8 submission?
Yeah.
Jesus.
You're the man.
This is just one of the Thors I sent in.
Those are Thor.
Oh, yeah.
God, I read Thor 2 today and Justice League 39. Oh, they were both so bad. Scott Snyder had the worst run I've ever read on Justice League.
Yeah, I've heard that from multiple people.
Huh.
It was an acid trip at no point. I mean, and he left. I can't even go. It'd take me an hour to discuss how bad it is and where he left it. I don't know what they're doing. I know they're working on Metal 2 right now, but
yeah, I heard Undiscovered Country isn't that great. It's got mixed reviews.
I believe that.
I have the first 3 issues. I haven't read it yet.
These are my rejects.
So you had all right.
You guys ever seen this book before?
I
Vampire?
can't say that I have.
Adam Hughes?
It's not.
It's not Hughes. It's just
But the cover looks like Dirty Pair.
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
Yeah, this is $150 book raw.
Who did it?
I don't know.
It looks like didn't Amanda Connor do Vampy covers?
It's kind of
your glare is killing.
It's not a Connor cover.
Dude, because she's in a. Is it because she's in a fucking sexual position on a motorcycle?
Of course, dude.
That's so weird. People do
It's
better.
rare. It's rare as fuck too. It's like a 1 in 10 or 1 in 15 of a rare indie book.
Nobody really cares about.
I don't know.
Hey, people are paying money for it.
Cover.
Good for them, dude.
This is the 1993 SP Derek Jeter of comic books.
Ooh.
That Solar book.
Solar 10?
Possible, dude. I mean, every cover of that, like
it's the surface. It's the surface.
It's so like if it's been in and out of bag, it's more than like 2 times in history. Like it's just the surface scratch is so scratchy on that book, dude. Like I get it. It presses well, presses fine, but it's still like fuck you. Like what can you do? Fucking can you? I don't know. Is there a comic book for fucking with a thick cardstock cover? Is there like a wax or a buffer? Can you fill in the cracks the way you can a paint job? Like, you know what I mean? I mean, I guess it's resto, right? But like, fuck, dude. I don't know, man. I'm just saying.
It's funny you're talking about the 93 SP. I was looking at boxes of that. I was listening to this, I think it was a YouTube show or a podcast or something. And the dude was talking about how he broke a box of 93 SP and he pulled 4 Jeters. 3 of them were 9.5s.
Sounds like the guy in No More.
He bought 4 boxes, 3 9.5s, and a 9.
Wow.
And he's resubmitting the 3 9.5s to BGS on the odd chance one of them's at PSA 10 because he said a BGS 9.5 was going for like 65,000, and then he quote me if I'm wrong, Joe. And then he said, but a PSA 10 was going for like 140,000. He said that was it was the most ridiculous gap between the 9.5 and the 10. He goes, I gotta do it. So he was gonna resub those to PSA.
Yeah. And you know what? With a card, unlike a comic, like you're probably less worried about it being mishandled.
Yeah, because you're not turning pages. You're not.
I don't fucking trust these fuck faces to keep like for the resubs, you know. But there's so many stores like that. Like I think a Gym 83 for Thor is like one of the big things. This guy just like he's like fuck it, I'm keep sending this fucking thing. And I don't remember, but it was until he got a certain thing, and then he made a big deal out of it because it went back 4 times. He got 4 different grades and shit like that. And then there was that one dude.
That was a CGC thread, wasn't
it? Yeah, of course. Those fucking pricks. So the same thing with someone sued fucking PGX because it was a mega key, and you know what I mean, like a silver mega key, a AF-15 or something like that. I don't remember, but like it went from like a 9 to a 6 or something, and like sued them for like their unprofessional. And I don't remember whatever came in the lawsuit. And I'm just like, you dumb fuck, you wanted to keep it a 9, keep it in the PTX holder, you dipshit. You know what I mean? Like if you don't fucking know that they're worthless. You know what I mean? Or if you're that fucking rich for a lawsuit, go fucking just buy the copy you want, dude. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And plus, like, I'm sorry, dude, if in a holder, you know what I mean? Like, you know, if they missed a rip page or something like that, then I could see that you have a case. If you can't tell the difference between a 9 and a fucking 6, or a 6 and a fucking 4.
9 and a 6. Ooh.
I don't remember exactly, but you know what I mean? It was like a 3 or more grade drop is what I'm trying to say here. You know what I mean? Like, you know, very, very, very fine to very good plus or something like that. So, and it would just, you know what I mean? You don't, that's why PGX sells for less. Plus, like, they apparently fucking stole money from people, and you just had basically fucking were replacing books and things like that.
They got busted on that Ninja Turtle situation where that guy that Ninja Turtle deal really fucked PGX.
Which one?
There was a case where a guy sent in a real Ninja Turtles and got back a fake one. Someone had switched out, and he had.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yep, long time ago.
I remember that. Yeah.
Comic. I didn't realize the amount of fake baseball cards. The guy.
Oh my god, it's got comics.
That's why
the FBI's involved.
It's hard not to buy graded shit now, isn't it, guys?
I won't buy any.
That trout I just bought was probably fucking made in Wuhan, and it's got coronavirus and all kinds of
stuff. Yeah. China is the number one forger, though. So you got to watch out if you're buying straight from China.
They actually said, I saw the deal. It cannot be. It has to be. It's human to human.
No, I didn't say about the.
Well, I bullshit. I got cards coming from China right now. You don't think I didn't Google that shit? I'm showing up in a Tyvek suit and fucking whatever that shit is, Germex, like a son of a bitch. I ain't dying.
eBay won't let you sell anymore either. Like a friend of ours.
What?
A friend.
Even in China?
No. Won't even stated reprints. eBay doesn't let you sell them. Like a friend of ours, someone we all know, it's not a big deal.
You know what they don't
sell Jordan rookies for $20 a pop. Clearly it's a replica.
They can't put reprint. You know what they can get away with, but you know what the word they get away with? Facsimile is what they legally.
Facsimile.
They're able to legally use that on eBay. Google, there's all these facsimile autographs.
I've seen those.
But that's how they're able to legally apparently skate that eBay deals. They're not using the word reprint. Yeah. They're using that facsimile or replica, I believe is the. Yeah. Did you see that eBay a couple weeks ago? This is kind of a big deal in the shoe game. They're having a 0% fee on selling shoes over $100. Which, I mean, as you guys know, that's StockX, which I showed Keith and these guys. StockX has a collectibles department, and it's actually gaining in popularity because the fees are less than what you pay on eBay if you're a seller. So that is something to think about in the graded card market.
They are selling cards now.
And they have a eBay, they have an Instagram page, and they gave away a Zion silver. I mean, they're doing quite a bit for it.
What I think what I got, because people get different coupons for eBay, so I don't know if what you saw is what I saw. Like things like eBay, but people are like, oh shit, did you get a coupon? It's like only good to your account. Like, if you haven't bought anything in a while, you're more likely to get them. So what I got for shoes was you had to buy. It had to be over. It wasn't 100. It was like over like 250 for shoes, and it was like something like 10 or 15% off. It was a really good fucking deal if you're looking for shoes over 250. But I'll be honest with you, most of the shoes that I buy on eBay are like shit that I tried on, like shit that I know that I'm gonna that I'm gonna wear, that I'm getting a deal on. So I'm not into the shoe game like that. I should be, but I'm not, because I love shoes. But
the shoes are meant to be worn.
Yeah, no, they are.
I bought some. I did the shoe shit for a little bit last year.
Did you buy those Cactus Jacks?
Yeah. I got the off-white Jordans, and those are gone up in value. I mean, I sell the ones that I bought.
Nice, dude.
I'll make some money off if I wanted to, but that's just too much. you got to have friends in the industry that work at retail stores, and you have to have bot software.
You got to have a bot to get in on the drops.
Yeah, and I just too old. I don't care that much, to be honest with you. If I got, like I said, we're looking for someone to build us a Panini bot. If you build us a working Panini bot, your fucking pockets will be filled with cash. Just anybody who listens to this, we're looking for somebody. And on top of that, the fucking website's coming. It's getting close. I know it sounds bullshit. I know I said that since September.
Whoops.
But we're getting, and like I said, we're going to hit the ground running. We're looking for audio video engineer for the upgrade to the podcast going forward. We're going to
weren't you talking about maybe paying for some articles?
Absolutely. I think Joe and I are going to sponsor a best article of the month. We got some stuff coming up. Like I said, we're gonna have to wait until it actually gets done so we can lay everything out. We got some few things to discuss.
Dude, Mike Ozzy Z just said he bought some Jordans online once. They came in, and he's sure they were from dog leather.
Oh man,
they're real. I tell you, it's real.
Hey, only a mailman knows what dog leather looks like.
That's some shit Paul would do. Paul be wearing dog leather fucking Jordans and have no idea. He's got Ren 1010 on his right and fucking Old Yeller on his left, just walking around town. God.
Oh, goddamn.
Dude, Paul is one of the best meme finders. Paul will send me some memes that will make me spit shit out of my mouth.
Yeah.
He sent me one about the coronavirus in China. I'm like, you know me, I usually don't give a shit. I won't even talk about it.
I was just looking for that one. Like when you brought up the coronavirus, I was looking for the one you're talking about.
Oh, it literally, I spit shit out of my mouth laughing. It's rough. It's real rough, but he's so good at Paul gets my humor better than probably anybody in our CSI group, and he makes me laugh. He's a
funny dude, man. Paul's problems. Like, now, how do you have a memory so good you remember all those things?
I think it writes
and still
down,
be
right?
getting into shit like that.
He's just
but he like when he thinks of it, he writes it down. But it's not like he's been writing it down for 20 years.
He's just one of those characters that you meet a couple of them in your life. Just one of those guys that's just
accurate.
As solid as can be, and just falls into shit good and bad when he least expects it.
He brings the weapons and bad beers on planes. He came with a monkey ball and a fanny pack.
Oh, it's just nothing with like anything.
In a fake wallet.
If you were
wallet,
a decoy
we're going
wallet.
to Baltimore, and he's got a decoy wallet, a monkey ball that he bought online that he could hurt someone with. He says,
he's
like 6'2".
If someone said, did you hear about Paul? Him and his family moved to Australia to start a wiffle ball business. None of us would fucking be like, they'd be like,
you know what?
We won't even think about it. Like, wait, why did they play wiffle ball in Australia? But it's always cool because you look at him and his little girls look adorable. And he has the cutest little family. Good for Paul's a good dude.
He is.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know how the fuck I brought up Paul, but
He's a hairy little bastard too.
All right, guys. Prediction: Super Bowl winner. Keith, who do you got?
Fuck. I guess Chiefs.
Joe.
Same.
I'm gonna pick the Chiefs. What do you got, Brian?
I'm picking the Niners just fucking to piss people off.
This is. I want to hear Sean utter one of these two names.
Go to rant. Go.
In reverence. Who's gonna win, bud?
Raiders.
Well, they're not playing.
It's the last game ever for the Oakland Raiders.
Oakland's over.
Nope, it's not over because as long as the season still exists.
So on Monday it's over.
And my worst nightmare of a fucking Super Bowl. I'd rather Tom Brady win this motherfucker than either. Dude,
I respect that.
Fucking give it Sunday. Eat my goddamn balls, dude. The only thing worse could be fucking Broncos and Niners than the fucking Chiefs and Niners, dude.
That happened before.
And that's because I'm here. Yeah,
dude, the Chiefs haven't won it in 50
I know, but
years.
I was fucking 6. I was 6. And in that time, I was just like, oh, okay, the other people in my family like the 49ers. See, it's not because people think, oh, Raiders, Niners, big rivalry. A lot of people don't think that's true because we both have fans all over the country. Because I got so many fucking friends that are actually Niner fans, then I feel this way about the fucking 49ers, kind of like the same way I feel about the Lakers, basically. You know what I mean? So it's like the equal and opposite for me. So I don't want to fucking listen to these insufferable fucks for another fucking year or however long they're actually good for. And I'll fucking say it. I want
pick one.
Midair team head-on collision with team planes.
What?
I know, Kobe, whatever, dude. Just they can both die. They don't have to play against Patrick Mahomes anymore.
Hey, Keith.
All right, fine. Fucking yeah.
Hey, Ari, chill out.
He's 36-29.
Hey, Brian, thanks for coming on, buddy. We appreciate
Thank you,
it.
brother.
Hey, you have an open invitation anytime, brother.
Hell yeah, man.
Y'all be safe. I had fun, guys.
That was fun.
Peace out, guys.
Joe, congrats.
Yeah, congrats, Joe.
Congrats, Joe. Raiders.
Go Raiders.